insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Lines, presented by Wizard Sports Picks for Sunday, January 11th. Ian Cameron with you, and we'll be looking at NFL Wildcard Sunday action here in this edition of Beyond the Lines, and we'll give you a preview of the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles NFC Wildcard matchup taking place on Sunday. Before we get to that, reminder to all of you, make sure you are checking out and getting to the website every day, wizardsportspicks.com. All the great handicappers are on the website. We have a ton of handicappers that are in absolutely terrific form, including yours truly over the last 30 days in all sports. Right now, we have a bunch of handicappers, too, that are double-digit units of profit over the last 30 days in all sports as well, including Joe D'Amico and Brian Bittler, who has done a great job on this site from day one. But a lot of handicappers in great form. Make sure you check it out. I'm currently profitable year-to-date in 4 different sports at wizardsportspicks.com: NFL, NHL, NBA, college basketball. Profitable seasons in all 4. None more profitable, though, than the NFL, which has been absolutely spectacular for me this season. We entered Wild Card Weekend 68-42, 62% winners, 20.7 units of profit, which means $100 bettors would be up over $2,000 betting every NFL premium pick that I have released this year at wizardsportspicks.com this season. So it's been a great NFL season. It's truly been one of the best NFL betting seasons that I've had in my 15-year career doing this full-time, and very proud of it, but looking to keep it rolling. We cashed a Wild Card Weekend premium winner on Saturday with the Rams-Panthers over, which cashed very easily. I have 3 premium picks on the website for the remainder of Wild Card Weekend. We have a top total and a top side for Sunday in Wild Card action. And I will have a premium pick on the Monday night wildcard game between the Houston Texans and Pittsburgh Steelers. So if you want my analysis and you want my premium picks for those games, get to the website, get on board at wizardsportspicks.com. Sign up for the premium pick in the Bills-Jags game, the Chargers-Patriots game, and the Texans-Steelers game. I will have 3 premium picks, 1 from each game, on the website here on Wildcard Weekend. So I decided, you know what, if you want access to those top plays, get to the website to get those, wizardsportspicks.com. Also, a reminder, leave your email address on the front page, enter your email address, and you will get a free pick sent to you each and every day. So with me having a premium pick in the Buffalo-Jacksonville game and the Chargers-Patriots game on Sunday, I decided, you know what, for this video, I'm going to give you my opinion on the 49ers and the Eagles game, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. It is a lighter opinion. This game did not make it to the premium pick, did not make it as a premium pick on the website, but I do have some bets, smaller bets on this game, and I will mention them right here, and we will preview this game right now. NFC wildcard matchup, San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now we have Philadelphia 5.5-point favorites, 44.5 the total here in this game. The money has come in throughout the week on Philadelphia. I think a large part of that is the concern about the San Francisco 49ers defense, which clearly did not play well down the stretch of the season. We saw them get gashed repeatedly late in the year, giving up 24 points to a mediocre Tennessee offense, 27 points to Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts, and then 38 points in a back-and-forth high-scoring shootout on Sunday Night Football a couple weeks ago against the Chicago Bears. So there is no doubt the San Francisco defense is ailing, and you can trace it all the way back to the regular season when this team lost Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Those were 2 huge, massive losses for the Niners on the defensive side of the football. And now things have gotten even worse for them. They've got even more injuries that have accumulated on all 3 levels of the defense. And that's a concern against a Philadelphia Eagles offense that, look, have they been great start to finish this year? Absolutely not. There's been moments where it's like, what's wrong with Jalen Hurts? What's wrong with this offense? And what's wrong with Saquon Barkley? There were a lot of games this year. The Philadelphia Eagles really had a tough time getting that ground game going. But all facets of the Philadelphia Eagle offense should be able to have success here. This is a 49ers team that is bottom 5 in quarterback pressure this year. You figure they're going to have a hard time getting pass rush on Jalen Hurts here in this game. They've struggled against the run. This is certainly an opportunity for Saquon Barkley to have a better game and a more productive game running the football. And it really does help that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have a guy that's been a mainstay on this offensive line for years. It's been probably their best offensive lineman all these years, certainly one of them, and that's Lane Johnson. His return in this game is significant for the Eagles. It's a huge deal. He has been consistently an upper high-grade player at his position on the offensive line for this Philadelphia Eagles team, and certainly that gives them a better chance to run block, to pass protect, and really allow Jalen Hurts to find his weapons, and certainly give Saquon Barkley a chance maybe to have one of his better games and more productive games running the football that we have seen in quite some time. So I think the Philadelphia offense will have some success, and we know this secondary for the San Francisco 49ers has certainly been vulnerable as well. And another concern, too, with Barkley and why I think he can get going, all you have to do is look at what the 49er run defense allowed to Seattle last week in that huge game with the number 1 seed in the NFC on the line, which, of course, Seattle won, which is why San Francisco is playing Philly on the road here. But the 49er run defense gave up 97 rushing yards to Kenneth Walker, 74 yards rushing to, as I like to say, a little glass of Charbonnet, Zach Charbonnet, 74 rushing yards for him. Combined, Walker and Charbonnet on 33 carries had 171 rushing yards last week. That's just horrific run defense. And now you're almost petrified to think what could happen here with the Eagle offensive line getting healthier with Lane Johnson back and what they might be able to do running the football with Saquon Barkley against this Niner run defense, which struggled so mightily last week. So I think Philly moves the ball. That being said, what will we get from the San Francisco offense? Because we saw Brock Purdy and the Niners go 3 games where they looked unstoppable. They hardly punted the football in those 3 games that I'm talking about, where they played Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Chicago, some of the most immaculate offensive performances you'll see. But then when they played one of the best defenses in the NFL last week, Seattle, they got shut down completely. And Philadelphia is not far behind Seattle as far as EPA defense in terms of that statistical category. And just overall, when you watch this Eagles defense, you know it is one of the better defenses in the NFL. That being said, when you start to look at the Philly defense down the stretch, the Washington game, was kind of a throwaway game. The Buffalo game, they did play very well against Josh Allen, and the Bills only scored 12 points. They did play well against Washington before that, but again, that was Josh Johnson. The Raiders, you throw that one out. But there have been games where they've struggled. They gave up 24 points to Dallas, to Chicago midway through the season. They lost to the LA Chargers when the Chargers had a lot of offensive line injuries. They still do, by the way, but at the time they did, and the Eagles lost to the Chargers, and they gave up 22 points in that game. I'm going to buy into the fact that the Niners, going into this game, I know they're playing a great defense here, and a similar terrific defense, Seattle last week, did shut them down. But the Niners do have a couple things working for them here. They've got Shanahan to game plan and scheme. That's a plus. It looks like Trent Williams on the left side of that left tackle on that offensive line is going to give it a go. I don't know how healthy he is. He's definitely not 100%. I don't expect him to be. But the fact he's going to give it a try, the night and day difference over the years with this offensive line with Williams on the field and Williams off the field, it's almost like it's worth it to at least see if he can give it a shot. And it certainly can't hurt when you're playing a defense like this. So I look at that as a positive, and I'm seeing that there's a chance Ricky Pearsall, who is doubtful a lot of the week to play, might even be able to suit up here. So if Pearsall plays and Trent Williams gives it a go here for the San Francisco 49ers, that's certainly going to help them a little bit on the offensive side. And you still do have some weapons like Christian McCaffrey who can run it, who can catch it out of the backfield as well. And you've got, obviously, Jawan Jennings, who looks like he's going to be able to play here in this game, which is good to see. You do have some things working for you here if you're the San Francisco 49ers, as far as maybe being a little bit healthier on that offensive side of the football than it initially looked. This total's come down from 46.5 to 44.5. And early in the week, I definitely understood why that was. You're talking about, weather wasn't looking great. Now the weather, just like the Carolina game, for example, where they called for all kinds of rain and heavy wind. Well, it didn't rain that much, and the wind wasn't as bad. We're seeing the same forecast here. It's gotten better later in the week. It's not going to rain. The wind's not going to be nearly as bad. I see the Eagles' offense working against the 49ers, but I think the 49ers can do enough here on offense to be able to put some points on the board in this game. Like I said, Trent Williams might give it a go. Pearsall still might play. Still have McCaffrey. Still have Jawan Jennings. George Kittle is healthy and good to go at tight end for the 49ers as well. And I think with Shanahan's offensive mind and game planning abilities, there's going to be chances for San Francisco still to have some offensive success. I think Philly will score a lot. That's why I'm not on the Niners plus the points. I kind of want to take San Francisco plus the points. Some part of me still does not fully trust Philadelphia, and I'm not really keen on laying nearly a full touchdown with them now in this game because I do think San Francisco can have some offensive success. But why I don't love the Niners plus the points is because I don't know if their defense is going to get a ton of stops here. Against an Eagles team with the rest, with Barkley ready to go, with Lane Johnson back on the offensive line, I just think there's too many injuries, and it's just a defense that's performed poorly and is just too shorthanded and depleted to trust them to stop Philadelphia throughout this game. So I end up on the over in this game, and now we're getting a better number. This total's fallen to 44.5, which is the current number with this total. I think we can get enough points in this game to get over the total. So I will give you out that recommendation here on this edition of Beyond the Lines. We're going to go with San Francisco, Philadelphia, over 44.5, minus 110 for your pick on the Niners-Eagles wild card matchup on this edition of Beyond the Lines. That is a wrap. I'm Ian Cameron. Hit the like button. Thanks for tuning in. Get to the website, wizardsportspicks.com. Get some daily premium picks. And also we have long-term passes available, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, 1-year passes. All sports available on the website as well. Enjoy Wildcard Weekend and good luck. I'm Ian Cameron, and thanks for watching the Sunday, January 11th edition of Beyond the Lines presented by Wizard Sports Picks.